Call to order. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. John Jones here. Dennis?
Here.
Sharon?
Here.
Kate?
Here.
Bridget?
Here.
Robert Smith? Absent and excused. Kathy?
Here.
Rob Jones?
Here.
There we go. I need an emotion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Approval of the minutes?
I move.
Approve the minutes of October 28, 2025, regular scheduled meeting.
Second.
Got a second on it? Okay.
Second.
All right. Do we have any presentations?
No, we do not.
Public hearing?
Nope.
Public comment? We're just moving right along here tonight, guys.
This one's for agenda items, public comment.
Oh, okay.
Items for consideration. Old business? Any old business news? Okay. Moving right along. New business, Kiwanis Park Racquetball Court.
Good evening, Commissioners. So the first item up tonight is the Kiwanis Park racquetball courts, which actually our next item segues a little bit into this. But if you look at the report from Hennessy Engineers, the city asked for a review of those courts, their condition, and long-term maintenance upkeep costs. There is some deterioration of the court right now. Some of the things, the cement footings are kind of slipping. So Hennessy Engineers, actually, Alan went out and took a look at that. This is the report they provided back to the city, and now I guess we're looking for kind of consideration from this commission, the next steps for the court. Is it something the commission believes we should budget for long-term maintenance-wise, or is something the commission believes that we should decommission and turn into alternate uses? If you really take a look at page 5, the recommendations, Alan does go into considerations of other suggestions for the space and does recommend decommission of the space. Kind of, if you read it over, but a synopsis is that the long-term costs are much greater than you would normally see in a park of that size to keep up the racquetball court. The city hasn't invested a lot of money recently into that racquetball court, so it's probably something now does need some bigger maintenance items. We'd have to go in and get estimates and stuff to fix the footings if we did want to keep it. Kind of we're at a point now that we believe the commission should recommend to council either one, let's keep it, let's budget for it, or two, we should demolish it.
Well, I just live down the street from there, and it gets very little use in the summertime.
Yeah.
I noticed everything had a quote except for what it would take to remove the walls.
So I will say, actually, that's a next item, and that's actually from Kiwanis. So that's almost a little separate than this. Like, this is technically a city project, where the next one is more or less aligned with our agreement with Kiwanis and improving the space and putting in dollars to that. So that's actually not city funds at all that we're talking about there. So that's almost kind of separate, but it segues itself well because we have this item in the park that isn't used very often and probably needs to be decommissioned. But thankfully, Kiwanis has stepped up and they want to contribute to the park. So then if it is decommissioned, we kind of have a step two, like what can we do with that space? And funding that Kiwanis seeks to find.
Like fencing, there's a quote on here, and then paint, oh, there's not. But then pavement, there's a quote for what it would cost. But then for structural walls on page 4, there's no quote for what it would take to remove them.
Yes, I'm sorry, I do apologize. That's my bad, yes. In the report, yes. I don't believe when we talked to Alan, He couldn't accurately depict a price because the city probably could do some of the work on our own, maybe not actually taking it down, but the hallway and stuff like that. So that would really, we'd have to go out for a quote process to actually get a true cost of that. I apologize, I skipped ahead in my head, but no, yes, there are the pricings if we did want to keep it on. Those were easier to find because we would have to outsource all of those.
Okay.
If we decommissioned the structure, then that'd probably be a shared effort between our own staff and outsource.
Is there anybody with Kiwanis that is just sold on keeping it? I mean,
I don't believe the club has shared, and we actually have some meetings recently because of the improvements they want to do, which actually you'll see in our map that does not include the structure. So I don't believe the Kiwanis Club has any love towards it.
We have somebody here we can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
have
can.
somebody.
Ask him right there. Ask him if he knows. Yeah, come on up.
Come up.
Again, just
This is
ask him.
John Fleming from Kiwanis.
What was the question?
The question was, does the Kiwanis Club want to keep the racquetball court?
No. No, actually, we think it's instrumental to upgrading the park itself, and that right now, that blocks view of what's going on behind the wall. So anybody going down Maplewood, would be oblivious if something was bad was happening, like there's a lot of graffiti on the back wall. And it's not used. I was over there probably 20 times this summer, and I think I saw one guy and his kid there twice playing soccer and one other person, so,
I agree with you. I live just down the street and I don't see anybody using it either.
so, yeah, it's not used. And we're in full agreement to get rid of it. And actually, I know it's getting ahead a little bit, the plan is we would like to add parking to, and that would be where the additional parking would go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, John. I will also say that attention towards the racquetball court is in the park's 5-year master plan. Now, it doesn't specify whether it's improvements or decommissioning it, but this is in line with the 5-year master plan did speak out that it would need attention.
Opinions, thoughts?
I mean, we used to live over by there even, I don't know, it's been a minute.
I'd like to see
It
it.
was never used a long, long time ago. I think my nephew one time used it when he was younger. He's now 26, so.
I'd like to
smarter
see
thing
it
is
go.
to remove it instead of the upkeep, right? I mean, it's cheaper, but the next step is what goes in its place, right? I mean, are just keeping the concrete floor and, I mean, eventually a parking lot or basketball court, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's a picture in there where the concrete floor actually needs a lot of work.
Yeah, the entire structure would be removed. It'd be set back to a grass pad.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
And that would probably be the first step of just low cost, get rid of it so it doesn't fall on anyone or there's no,
Correct, yeah.
okay.
So you said that Parks and Rec already had some budgeted for the maintenance of it? Do you know how much, what that figure is?
There is nothing budgeted. That's kind of like what we're coming to the commission for, is asking, do you believe that that should be a goal of the Parks Department, is to find money and budget for this moving forward, working with council on that, or moving forward with finding, I guess still finding money, but considerably less money to decommission the structure?
I mean, in my opinion, I think decommissioning would be better because we'd have to find a lot of money just to fix it. And then you're not talking about continued upkeep, and we have multiple other parks that need structures, in the city, and upkeep. And
Fortunately.
unfortunately, in the budget for the city, there's not really a lot of money for parks, for us to build anything grand. And if coming up, Kiwanis is wanting to invest money into this park, that would be amazing.
And it would open up the park. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see it decommissioned myself, so.
I think the decommission thing is going to be just about everybody, right?
Yeah, well, I believe so.
Does someone like to make a motion? You guys can vote on that.
We make a motion to decommission it?
Make a motion.
I can't
we
do it, guys. I
recommend to the city council
I
that they
I
do-
can lead you that direction. I can't make the
I'll
motion.
make a motion that we recommend to the city council that they decommission the racquetball courts at Kiwanis Park.
I second that.
Anita's, all in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Now, just for discussion, I mean, is the city capable of demolishing this?
We're not sure. I know Public Works Director Brad Oman did mention that it'd probably have to be a joint venture, looking at some outside source and then maybe some cleanup work on us.
Okay.
Because you can't think of any brick walls we've taken down in the city anywhere, can you?
It is a fairly large structure.
No, I mean, it's big, and
Yeah.
it's not something where you're just going to go out there with a sledgehammer and knock it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a nice jackhammer on an excavator, right? Yeah.
Backhoe.
It's going to be a process.
Well, depends on how,
I think you can.
Broken
do a
down
job
it
with
is.
your sledgehammer.
Moving along.
Oh, what about the 30, okay, so are we done with Kiwanis Park and the racquetball court?
No,
Yep, we're done with racquetball court.
racquetball court.
Now we're on item B2, Kiwanis Park improvements, Kiwanis Club. And I'm going to turn this, a little bit over to John Fleming to speak a
Turn
little
over
bit
to
about
John?
it.
Perfect.
The documentation I have in the packet tonight, the task completed, next steps, the budget, and the rendering was all provided from John.
Well, as I was telling a couple gentlemen here before we started, Kiwanis over the years have attempted to make some updates to that park, but each time came in at a much too costly to handle. And so my approach, I was asked back in the spring if I would head up the update committee. So my approach was start small and give us time to raise some money so we can do the things. And so last year, we purchased 4 new park benches. There was 2 of them there prior, and if anybody had been over the park early last summer, they were all bent over and they were not sittable at all. And DPW took them out for us and told us that they could not fix them, we need to get new ones. So we bought 4 new benches. We installed 2 around the playscape, and we'll install the other 2 around where the swing set is now, once we figure out exactly what all we're going to put there. And I'll talk about that in a second. And the other thing we did was upgraded the sign. We put a new sign up. Greg from Signorama did all the work. Didn't charge us anything, so we got it for the right price. And DPW put that in. So
looks
we've
nice.
got 2 new benches in and a sign so far. The plan for 2026, first of all, we're going to buy some new picnic tables. And DPW has agreed to pour new concrete for us and set them down so they don't walk away like the ones that we've had so far. Along with that, we're going to buy some garbage containers. And actually, it's going to be like 6 rather than 3 because we got a deal. We're going to upgrade the playground areas around the swing set, which has been there for 40, 50 years, almost as long as the handball court. We're going to replace that with something that's going to be usable for not only older kids, but younger kids, as well as handicapped kids. So we're going to have 3 sets there. And we'll probably add a couple more items for the handicapped children also, as well as replace the fence that used to be around there that would keep the kids from running out from the playscape into the parking lot or Maplewood. And we're planning right now, although it's not final, but we're planning on, rather than put wood chips down, maybe get the rubber cement, whatever they call
More
it,
in place.
for both areas, so it's safer for the kids. And so that's the plan for 26. For 27, we want to put a walking path on the west side of the park. Won't be a big one, but it's about a fifth of a mile, but it'll be something for people to walk around. They don't have to go to City Park if they live right there, and we think it'll be quite usable for people. The basketball court, number one, once we take down, or I'm not going to take it down, once the racquetball courts are taken down, and if we do put the parking lot there, we don't want kids playing basketball and the balls going over and hitting cars. So we're going to restructure the basketball court, make it go north-south in between where the racquetball courts are now and the bushes. So that'll be repositioned there. For 28, we want to upgrade the parking. Right now, there's spaces for, I believe it's 18 cars. And if we do the other things we're talking about, we're going to have more people coming, more cars. We don't want people parking on Maplewood or Henry Ruff. So, and that's also where parking will be where the racquetball courts are now. And then in 29, we're looking at doing a shelter. And that'll be basically where the tennis courts used to be. And we hopefully could make it, have a bathroom put in there, the plan to do that there. So that's our plans. It's going to cost a lot of money. We have a fundraising committee that's getting ready to start just as soon as we get everything nailed down that, yeah, we can do this. And tonight's action you took helped us get started there. So are there any questions?
No, I think you guys have done a great job. Anybody else?
The new sign really looks nice.
I'm sorry?
It does
The new
look
sign
nice.
looks nice.
This is the
Yeah, and
first
by the way,
time,
Page 3 is the rendering that Zach put together. So it shows what it could look like at the end.
even this list of your guys' plan, it is the first I've ever seen of a plan, you know, from Kiwanis. So kudos to you guys, and that's the first step, right? To your fundraising and everything is to make your plan, so thank you for this. I would like to see something similar from Rotary, if they could put something together, that would be nice. But
Thank
I was
you.
happy to see this, and I think it looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
And just to give the commission just a little bit of backstory, when Erica had announced that she was leaving, at the same time, Kiwanis had reached out to the city. So Erica put them in touch with Tim, city manager, to kind of lead like the changes. And that's why you kind of see a lot of stuff already completed. They were very simple and easy stuff for not only the city and Kiwanis to do, but really improve the condition of the park. Then when I started as interim, Tim got me set up with John, and we're all still working together to continue this. We figured now is a good time that we can kind of take a step during the winter, bring this to commission, show them their full plan, and kind of give the commission's blessing of the relationship with Kiwanis to move forward with their changes as planned. That way, then they can start advertising this to the community and looking to start fundraising the money. So, of course, if you guys have more questions, feel free. If you have questions for me, feel free. But I think the motion we're looking for tonight is to continue the partnership with the Kiwanis Club of Garden City and to approve the projected changes they plan to make with the park. As stated, this budget is currently all coming from Kiwanis. The city has shown support, you know, if there's stuff they need assistance with or if there's upgrades that we can do. We have included some in our capital improvement plan. So there is dollars that we hope to spend, but as so far, this is 100% coming from Kiwanis.
You said you put money in the plan?
Our capital improvement plan? Yeah, that's a plan, actually, the council just received it last night, but every year there's money that, it's kind of like, they call it a wish list, but it's really the stuff that the departments intend to spend if there's money left in the budget that year, and Kiwanis Park is within the next 5 years. But as we know, at the last meeting, we had to prioritize Florence Park. So Florence Park is now the most current park in our CIP for improvements.
Sorry to jump topics real fast, but have you talked to anybody from Tipton, that woman who came?
Yeah, we've been in communication.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
They're very, our last communication we did receive from them, they were very thankful we were able to take the structure down. And they're looking for funding sources as well of us. You know, we're of course waiting for the county to see if that 75,000-ish is still coming to us this fiscal year, and when to expect that.
Is it our turn for that again?
We believe so. It was, we were not 100% sure. We haven't heard officially from the county. We were told we might be next. So we're waiting to see. Their fiscal year just started,
Okay.
so.
So what type of motion do you need?
Just that we want to get that, the plans.
Continue going forward.
Yeah, the plans submitted from Kiwanis look good to the commission, and that we approve their changes they want to make to the park.
I motion to move forward with Kiwanis and the city of Garden City to partner together to improve Kiwanis Park.
Well, I have one question, though.
Sure.
Is this the final, your final plan? Or it can...
It's a plan as of right
Oh,
now.
okay, gotcha. All right.
Subject to change if
Yeah, it
It's
is
never
subject to
over till
change.
it's over.
Gotcha.
Within funding, right?
I second.
I second.
You got 2 seconds.
It's,
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
32 and out of school time grant.
Good evening. I'm actually very excited to speak about this one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John. The 32 and out of school time grant is something that myself and Sean Hahn, the grant coordinator, have been working on the past month. I often like to take these type of items and any items through parks to you guys first. Sadly, I had to bring this to council's approval last night before it came to you guys, just based on timing. The grant requires us to start by February 5th, 2026. So we were in a tight timeline with the agreement and getting this approved. So actually before you is the conditional grant subaward notification. We did just yesterday receive the actual award letter. It is very similar, it looks the exact same, the price is still the same, and the commitment we have made is still the same. Just telling us we've actually been approved. And just today I confirmed with them that we did get approval from our city council, so we were able to move forward with the grant. But I still want to take the moment to show you guys something we're working on. The idea of tutoring came to us a while ago, actually from the city manager, of something he wanted to see at the rec center, and it was something that of course would cost a considerable amount of money, because to have tutors on staff for all the kids that could potentially come in, you either have to charge the tutor, or thankfully find this grant, it'll be 100% free for the students. This grant does 2 opportunities for us. It brings in an after-school program, and it brings in a summer-based program. So not only will we be starting a brand new program of after-school tutoring, but we'll also be able to expand on and make Camp GC cheaper for, and expand the amount of days we're offering it for our students during the summer, with also putting in an educational piece into it too. As you can see, the grant is for $98,940. That covers a variety of things, and actually the last page is that budget. So you can kind of see there we have administration cost, transportation cost, community services. This is where the grant coordinator, myself, and other staff get reimbursed for working on this grant with direct involvement with the children. Some onboarding costs for employees, some marketing costs, some community event costs. And at the very bottom there, you see the custodial and care of children. This is actually the cost of having that part-time staff to run the programs, along with snacks, incentives. We're looking to purchase some computers for not every student, and we're kind of course, basing this off the Garden City Public School student, but not every student has a Chromebook to take home, but a lot of their work is on a Chromebook, so we wanted to purchase some Chromebooks for the program. And then the very bottom, you see some of the staffing cost for the summer program. Prior to that,
Oh, go ahead. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Prior to that budget sheet, you see we kind of have a flyer. We're actually just kind of getting this out there. We're really doing a lot in a very small amount of time, but meeting the grant requirements, we kind of have to. So that's kind of the layout we're looking, is for 2 sessions, starting from 3 o'clock all the way to 6 o'clock, 2-hour blocks. The first hour after school tutoring will be a tutoring period with a healthy snack, and the second half will be a recreational activity within the Radcliffe Center, utilizing the rooms we've already specialized in recently like our gymnasium with maybe planned basketball or dodgeball or open gym for the kids, spaceport for gaming, our art room for crafts once a week, the game room, like we have all these different spaces that will lend really well to this program and kind of be the incentive to coming to do tutoring.
Where would the tutoring be conducted?
This will mostly be out of the student lounge.
Okay.
The student lounge from 3 to 6, almost, we have to offer it for 90 days, and looking at the schedule, I think there's 1 or 2 days we get bumped out of there to an already previously scheduled rental, but that'll be our home base is the student lounge. And as you can kind of see there, we have a draft of a calendar for February, looking to start February 2nd, and as you can see, we're gonna go based off the, I mean, this is open to any 1K-12. We're catering towards that Douglas to high school level students, so from 3rd grade all the way to 12th grade. And we're really gonna base it off the school schedule, so there's no school, we won't have tutoring. If there's an early day, we'll start early.
Would it be just Garden City residents?
No, it is open to anyone.
Okay.
Anyone in the grade range of the K-12. It is a statewide grant. We are one of 532 sites that was awarded the money. And that's what that 32N is. It is out of, I think, Act 15 of 2025, Section 32N. Any questions around the program?
Are you coordinating the whole thing? Is that what you plan
Myself
on?
and Sean Hahn as grant
Okay.
coordinator, yep. We're looking, I mean, we are hiring staff, so the goal is to move a lot of the coordination off to our youth coordinator. Right now, Katie Williams, she will be heading a lot of this. But also, there's money in the budget for a lead tutoring coordinator. That'll be someone that's there every day that'll handle the actual running of the program. But they'll have our support.
Different types of tutoring, reading, math?
Yep, mathematics, reading, science, and social studies.
Okay, so the grant kind of dictates which areas will be tutored.
The grant, so not necessarily, I mean, that is what we picked, and goes off the Garden City Public School, education, but, the grant itself is from the Department of Lifelong Education Advancement and Potential, which is MyLEAP with the state of Michigan. Oop, I did get that right, it is the PA Act, Michigan Public Act 15 of 2025, Section 32. I don't see it in front of me, but there is, the purpose of the grant is to provide mathematics, science, social studies, and English and reading, to provide after-school or before-school programs to enrich that for the students, as well as in the summer camp as well. So there will be an educational piece of the summer camp coming this summer.
Is there any testing involved?
Nope. Nope, and enrollment's totally voluntary. I mean, obviously enrollment's voluntary. This is a 100% free program. And it's not like you have to sign up. This is a drop-in for the students. So they do have to, their parent does have to fill out an enrollment form for us to qualify for the grant. We do have to report attendance of people that show up on the days they show up, but there's no, once you're enrolled, you can show up or not show up every day. It's totally up to you. If you have homework to do that day, you're more than welcome to come by. If you don't, you still can come by and do some studying for the first hour, and then enjoy the rec activity after that.
Okay, and you mentioned something about getting Chromebooks.
Yep.
Would that be for every single tutoring student, or just certain subjects that they're being tutored in?
That's just that they need it. A lot of the education now is on a computer, but not every Garden State School student gets to take that home. So it's something that often if their homework's not going to be on the Chromebook, but we're going to kind of test and see before we purchase them to see if there's a need for them, but we wrote into the grant to have them. We also believe that our other programs in the building that could use them, because there is a academic success in our family resource center that could probably have some use out of the Chromebooks. So not only will we have them for this program first and foremost, but we'll also be able to use them for other stuff in our activities.
Yeah, you've only got written in here like $1,500, right? So
Yes,
it's pretty much
well-
to have them in the facility and not
Yeah.
really to go home. right?
Yeah, no, they won't be taken home, yep. There'll be 12 Chromebooks in a cart.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3,600 actually.
And obviously, the program, it's pretty much like a first come, first serve, right? When it comes down to it, you're not going to get overwhelmed with too many kids, right?
Yeah, I don't
mean,
believe we'll have
obviously
to
there's
turn-
capacity.
Yeah, the grant, the grant we filled out, we do believe we'll have on average 30 kids, but we don't believe we'll be overwhelmed, no. And we're not going to turn it, we have no intention to turn anyone away, so if we get more than 30, that's amazing.
Are you going to work with Family Resource, so if they had kids that need tutoring, they could send them to you?
Yep. Yep, no, Sean's a big part in all, not only, of course, the Family Resource Center, but a huge part in this.
Anything else?
I'm happy to see you guys going after grants, so kudos to you for that.
Yep. As you know, in the big reconfiguration, if this does move forward, the goal is to make Sean kind of that guy for grants. And I think this kind of came across our desk. Actually, I do want to give kudos out. The school district reached out to us a while ago, Kevin English with the school district, and said, hey, there's this grant opportunity from MyLeap. They're not sure when, they're actually a little behind on announcing it this year. They're not sure when they're going to announce it, but when they do, you guys might want to be ready for it. And that's kind of like Tim had already mentioned the after-school tutoring program. We already have CAMGC. The day it came out, Sean was like, I don't know if we have time to do this. Like, we have like 10 days to get this done. And I think at some point he worked, almost 10 hours straight putting the grant together. And we weren't the only community, obviously. There's 532 sites, but a ton of other people that applied. And even, we've already been in those 2 mandatory meetings with them. And it was like, everyone felt like really rushed this year. And so it feels good to not feel alone. Like, we're not the only community rushing to get this put together. Most other communities already have a program established. So us, we're starting for a program from scratch. It was a little bit harder to kickstart, so a little bit more concerned in that area. But, with every grant, there's requirements and follow through and whatnot. But we really hope the team we're building now that we'll be able to find more grants and continue to find additional income. This will be definitely a good trial run for me to see what it really takes to report and stuff. The state of Michigan's kind of very detail orientated. I can't even explain the amount of forms I filled out just to get this set up and together and get permissions and to get access to the reporting tools we need, as long as the budgeting tools we need. And so it'll be interesting to see how much this grant actually takes to put together and extinguish. So, and actually something cool about this one too, the city will see the money up front. We'll have, actually after signing what we did today, we'll see the money within 2 weeks. Yep, so the money will be up front.
Yeah, that's different.
Are you basing this program off of another community's program? Are you,
No, it's kind of
following
actually
their
me and
lead?
Sean just kind of
Oh,
sat down and kind of we knew we wanted to do tutoring, and the way this grant is written, the proposal is, it's not like we submitted a budget. They more or less told us, we said how many kids and how many days, and they kind of said, well, here's our mathematical equation to the number of dollars you get. Figure out how you can spend this money within your program. And that really defined the shape of what we were going to provide.
Anything else? Other business?
I will say, if someone wants to make a motion to accept the conditional grant sub-award notification. I know it's a little goofy because, of course, council passed it and we're moving forward with it, but it'd be nice to also have this board's motion and filed in the minutes.
I move to make a motion for the conditional grant sum award notification from the state of Michigan to Garden City.
I'll second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Sure, but
Thank you. If you know anyone that wants to be a tutor, the application is live on the city's website, /careers. And if you know a student that wants tutoring or recreational activities,
What are the requirements for tutoring? I mean, is it just a certain age, certain requirements,
to
credentials?
be the tutor,
Yeah.
we're looking for people that have, I will say, as you can see in the budget, we could only afford, the position pays $15 an hour, but you are guaranteed 15 hours a week. So far, the applicants are all either looking to get their childcare license, so they need hours in this type of environment, or they're currently going to school to be a teacher and need hours in education or tutoring. So very blessed, actually. We've had 4 people apply, and I'm really looking forward to working with them. So we haven't interviewed them yet. There's still some more steps. We sent out a preliminary survey for them to take. Looking to interview them this week and get them onboarded next week. But the 4 candidates we have so far are actually very potential. And I was a little worried because, we're really trying to fit this program within the restrictions of the grant, because otherwise we have to do either a budget amendment, to find money elsewhere if we still want to do this, but still provide the 90 days of education. But I think we're going to be able to get it working. I think we'll have some really quality people there, so.
What about the summer of high schoolers tutoring the younger kids?
Yeah, even, there actually is one applicant is a high school senior, so.
Okay.
Senior, it actually does say in the job application, like, if you're a high school student, please do apply. You probably, if you feel, that's often, when you ask someone if they want to apply to be a tutor, they either say, nope, I'm not smart enough, or, oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So,
So it only runs the remainder of this school year?
Actually, it runs for 90 days, so the full 90 days doesn't cover the rest of the school year. It goes actually into the start of next school year. So we will stop, actually, we will run all 3 days of exams here at the schools, those 3 half-days. We'll be running a half-day program after their half-day, and then we pick up September, I believe, 11th. The schools go back, we'll pick back up that day and go throughout the rest of September. Whether we're going through budget season now as a city, we are going to look at budgeting to cover, so this grant does not cover October and November and December. So the city will have an option to say, do we want to cover it for those 3 months next season, or just wait until the next grant cycle? The benefit would be not losing the students, like once you build that momentum back up in September, to keep them along, but this grant fully recognizes those months are not within the funding.
When you requested the funding, could you have requested it for more than 90 days?
I don't believe so, no. We wrote the grant, I believe there was a cap on the 90 days. I guess I should say the 90 days isn't, it's really the end date. The money has to be extinguished by September 31st, 2026. So that's actually 99 days from February 2nd to that day of school days. Any other questions?
We good?
Great opportunity.
Thank you all.
I'm sorry, you didn't put your name on here. You want to come up and speak? Yeah, sir. Meadowside Restoration is what it is?
We still have,
Yeah, go ahead, you get the podium.
we still have other business, John.
What?
The information desk, other business.
I know, but he's been
Okay.
sitting here patiently.
Okay.
We should have got him the first time.
Yeah, so my first time coming to one of these meetings, my wife and I moved to Garden City about a year and a half ago. I wasn't sure if it would be like a roundtable discussion or if there would be like a computer that you guys hook up USBs to, but I had a couple backup printouts just to accompany what I was going to do my quick little 3-minute spiel about. So I graduated from Wayne State in 2019. I have a background in environmental science, and the last 6 years I've been working for an ecological restoration contractor, which might sound foreign to you guys. Probably something you haven't really heard about or are familiar with, but we do things like natural areas management. Some of our partners and contracts we have, Washtenaw County, Wayne County, Michigan DNR. We also do like work for private clients as well. So this past year I started my own company offering a similar suite of services. So some of the other stuff we do like prescribed burning, invasive plant control, and native landscaping. So being a new Garden City resident, I've taken a couple walks around Garden City Park, and I noticed in the southwestern portion of the park, adjacent to the post office, there's an existing bench. Can't really, I had some pictures that accompany it, but it seems like a natural low spot where there's probably flooding in the springtime and inundation. So the reason I'm here today is to kind of pitch a native plant installation in said area. So, yeah, that also might sound foreign to all you folks. What is a native plant? One of the things the company I work for does is native plant installations for pollinators. And this area that I made a printout of a few different basins would serve a couple purposes. Would help slow down water flow during heavy rain events and increase water holding capacity in the area. It would also serve as an educational opportunity to inform the public about the importance of ecological health as they're enjoying a walk around the city park, and residents and passersby coming into Garden City would also enjoy a natural aesthetic of seeing some nice flowering plants.
I don't know the area you're talking about, it's kind of nothing's going on there. I mean, it's just there.
Right. Yeah, it looked like the city had planted some shrubs recently. But yeah, I had seen it mainly just this past winter, so I didn't really have a good chance to idea exactly what they were, but it seems like a natural, like, wet area. There's a couple catch basins in the zone I'm talking about. So, yeah, that was my purpose. I was here today. Sorry for the shakiness.
Can I ask you how you came to the conclusion that those were like low areas?
Well, there's, if I had an opportunity to share some pictures, there's 2 catch basins in said area. So it's naturally a low spot where water flows into.
Okay. Because I've walked the park for so many years, I could almost tell you where water always collects, especially after the snow melts and stuff, and you know, or when we get heavy torrential downpours. And I never really noticed it right there, so that's why I was asking how
Gotcha.
you came to those.
Yeah,
And those are sand cherry shrubs.
sand cherries. Okay.
Yeah, they planted them. I'm in the garden club too.
Nice.
So
Sweet.
the garden club planted those.
Okay.
And they're in different spots around the park. I think easy maintenance. And the color of the foliage was why they were chosen.
Nice.
Blooming.
Yeah, it's more so, I don't know if you folks have been around like Ann Arbor, or Plymouth, or City of Detroit, a lot of those wet areas where there's retention basins, instead of just having weeds growing or throwing a bunch of rocks down, native plants root a lot deeper than just like turf grass, which is mainly in those areas right now. Yeah.
So what are you looking to do? Sell us something?
In one way or another, yeah, I'm going to different cities.
I understand.
Yeah.
Who does he need to see?
Well, 2 options, like one, yeah, you can contact city staff. If the board feels like this is a good adventure for the park, we could talk about it more, maybe another meeting. Ultimately, the city's purchasing policy would be, we'd have to go get 3 quotes and stuff like that. I know this isn't in our master plan, so that's also something else. I don't know range what we're talking about cost, so if someone on the board is considering this as something they want to see moving forward, you could let me know. We can let Mike know and look at this as an opportunity.
I personally think there are a few areas that I think would benefit from it, and it's not where you said. It's actually not behind the Ball Diamonds, but on the Cherry Hill side of the Ball Diamonds. It's like a, I don't know, swamp there. You know where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The water usually is flowing over the path and everything. And that would make like a great rain garden, I
Yeah.
guess you'd say.
Yeah.
And I think that would be kind of a cool addition to the park.
So we could discuss this at another meeting and then,
So you're going to have to make a motion and put it on for the next meeting.
You don't have to make a motion. At any
Like-
time,
okay.
any of you could email me at any time and say, this is something I want to speak more on, and
Yeah, I'm not sure something like that would be in the budget, but, you know,
no. Why don't
Maybe
we
you
keep
could
that?
Yes, we'd love to
email
keep
Zach some quotes,
Yeah.
you know, maybe like option 1, or I think the park could benefit from it too. The parks have very little budgeted money that goes to them.
Yeah, I imagine
So
most cities
any
don't have a ton of
outside
money.
source that's coming in and taking the time, you know, I feel like the city could benefit from that.
Yeah, I guess also the reason I was pitching that area is because it's right adjacent to Cherry Hill. There's also a park bench that exists there already, and it just seems like it spoke to me as a picturesque place where somebody would
Yeah.
stop and take a seat and,
is this your email?
yep.
Is it meadowside@ecosystems.com?
Meadowside.ecoservices@gmail.com.
Okay.
Make sure you have his name, too, if you said his name wasn't on there.
No, his name was not on there.
And, when did you
Yeah.
move to Garden City?
Not this past August, the previous August.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Thank you, yeah.
And if you haven't been paying attention, Garden City's kind of in a survival mode when it comes down to budgets cut, and it's more of a need instead of a want type situation is what we can mostly gather. But, I mean, it's a great idea. It's great, it's great that you came here. Thank you for your time. I'm sure we could discuss it at another time, or,
I'll give them one more thing. Why don't you see if there's any grants out there for that?
Gotcha.
pair up
Yeah, I was
with
curious if the Kiwanis or Rotary, if they would also be good partners to, if they have grant money or,
That would be something because you saw, I don't know if you saw what they did, but they're going to do a fundraising for $450,000, basically by 2029, it looks like.
okay.
Okay? So those are the guys, you'd have to go talk to them and see if you can set something up with them.
Kiwanis or Rotary.
I mean, because we're behind it. I'd be
Yeah.
behind anything where there's swamp water or stuff.
That or the,
Throw some wildflowers in there, I don't care.
or the Garden City Garden Club. I know we do some, not usually to that scale.
Right.
But, we do some plantings and whatnot to try to improve the parks. And
I'll have myself or Mike, our park supervisor, reach out to you and
Cool.
move from there.
And I'm sorry, your name is?
John Bedozo, yep.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming.
I'm sorry, guys, I jumped ahead. Do we need to double back to other business information desk?
Perfectly fine. Yeah, the information desk, I want to give the commission kind of an update, as this is almost a partnership between communications and the Parks and Rec team. One of the visions we had was this information desk coming to Parks and Rec in the merger of these departments and the reconfiguration of staff. We have a unique opportunity with Jake on our team, who has a lot of knowledge coming from the North Hallway here at City Hall, and then restructuring some of the things that front desk staff does at Radcliffe, giving them more time while they're there. So they're now currently actually the switchboard of the city, if you will, if you use an old term. But when you call the main line of the city, which is 1600, those calls were being routed to our HR department because at one time, way many moons ago, they were the switchboard for the city. It was HR and a part-timer. They would take the calls in and direct them to the correct department. We believe with some of the new services we're releasing, like C-Click Fix and Code Red, and these other initiatives that are all online-based, that we can take the time at Radcliffe with our staff to answer the call, get them to the correct department, or figure out the service for them. In the past few weeks, we've kind of piloted it and then officially made it live, I think a week or two ago. And a lot of the calls coming in so far have been very informational, not only for us, but for them. A lot of them are redirecting, getting them to the correct department by transferring it, but a lot of them are either they want to fill out a C-Click Fix, maybe there's a downed wire, maybe there's a tree branch in the street, maybe there's an illegally parked car or hazardous parked car. Instead of that going over to the police department and a desk sergeant having to fill out that C-Click Fix, we're now able to do that. And also being the department outside of police and fire open the most amount of hours, we're now able to answer that phone from 8:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m., providing answers that you normally wouldn't get after 5 p.m. or after 5 p.m. at City Hall. So we believe this is a huge service to the community, and we hope people start using it. We've kind of floated a little bit out on social media to see what the reception was. People already know 1600, like that is what they call to get the city. So there's people that, and actually a notable call taken over the weekend is when, we answered our Garden City Information Desk, how can we help you? The caller was like, Saturday, someone answered the phone. It's funny, working with the front desk at Radcliffe, their jobs have changed tremendously, not only in the few months that I've been here, but even prior to that. What we're looking done is, the Radcliffe Center is so much more than Maplewood ever was going to be. So there's a lot more activities. There's moving rooms up and, setting up open gym, taking stuff down, sanitizing a full gym that we have more people than ever attending. So this is one of the things I was actually most nervous to take to them and say, like, how do you guys feel about answering the phones? And actually, I think it's the thing they're most excited about because they get to provide a service constantly and able to provide answers at your fingertips. And often, calling a larger organization, I'm sure you see this when you call a call center, essentially, you're in for the long haul. You're ready to spend some time on the phone. And that is not the case. I mean, on average, we are ending calls within 30 to 45 seconds. And that's filling out a C-Click Fix or a trash form or stuff like that. We're still trying to figure out, there's a lot of people that call departments directly, but we're able to help in a quicker manner because we have more staff and the tools right at our fingertips. Some of the departments, yes, they have those same things, but they're bogged down by a lot of calls and usually only one person answering a call in the department, where depending on our staffing, we could have 2 to 3, maybe even 4 people ready at a phone. So we're looking how to get some of those calls redirected to it, but now if you call 793-1600, you'll get our call center. We'll help anything from signing up for Code Red, filling out a C-Click Fix form for you, which is a GC Fix-It previously. That's how you report concerns around the city, like potholes and stuff like that. But not only, but sign you up for rec programs, answer questions about Parks and Rec. And if we don't have the answer, we'll get you to someone that does.
About how many calls come in a day, do you think?
It really, it goes up and down, and I'm in only call center calls. So we're still answering the main line for the Radcliffe Center. We're going to shift all park calls over to this as well, because right now, if you call the number that's on a lot of our signs, 1882, you get the ice rink. The rink's not staffed as it was at one time. You know, that was the main call center, or that was the main office for parks. Now that we shifted that over to the Radcliffe Center, we're going to take those calls over too. But people also know that same line as the ice rink line. So we don't want to necessarily take their calls. We don't want to add an extra step for people that just want to answer from the rink. So we're still trying to figure out how we're going to direct those calls. We expect all those together, it's a little over 150 to 200 calls a day. Just the call center is anywhere from 30 to 60 a day.
Does Jake work a 9 to 5?
Yes and no. Jake works with what we need, but yes, he's primarily there 9 to 5.
And is there still only one desk staff at night?
Nope, there's 2.
Oh, there is 2 back?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's also, it might not just be the staff you see at the front desk too, though. There's, there's myself that I'll answer the phone if I need to. We have our coordinators, we have our senior coordinator. There's staff in the building there to answer the phone.
I was there not too long ago, and the desk staff seemed really busy, so I was wondering if that's a part of it, if there was still only one at night, but I'm happy to hear that there's 2 back now.
Yep, right now there's 3 shifts, a 9 to 4, a 2 to 7, and a 4 to 9, that Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday, there is a 8:30 to 2 and a 9 to 1.
Speaking of Friday and Saturday, any plans to go back to the original schedule with a Friday night and a Saturday?
Yep, I will say in budget session that we've kind of started here talking with Tim. This actually answering the phones is kind of like, we believe that it'll be a big service to the city, and that will move back into those extended hours.
That's a lot of calls.
Yeah, so answering those calls, hopefully being able to be there Friday night will be another reason, to stay open. The grant, so
Now on Fridays, right?
currently we close at 1 on Fridays, but depending on what's going on in the center, we stay open until 2. But the after-school tutoring program will go until 6 on Fridays.
Sounds like you need staff there.
Correct. Yeah. I don't believe the first few Fridays the building will be open. I think we'll only be open for that. But as we move forward with different funding sources, we look to stay at least open until 6 o'clock on Fridays. But I do hope to bring both back Friday and Saturday to normal hours.
You don't field calls for DPS, though, do you?
We're answering all calls for the city. yeah.
Really? Ah,
DPW, they have one person answering the phones over there, and that person takes lunch. So we hope this helps them the most, especially because a lot of the calls are trash concerns, and, potholes and other stuff that they're filling out a form, we're filling out a form, so we really hope those are our speediest calls, but everything's at our fingertips at the desk.
that's great.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
And I guess just to add on to, this actually isn't just phone calls. The desk is also monitoring See-Click-Fix, so concerns that come in through there, just as if you would call, concerns that come in that need to be sorted to the correct department, they're doing that. We're also monitoring a mailbox, and we're also monitoring the city's chatbot. So if you go on the city's website and chat with them, that conversation is reviewed by the front desk staff and confirmed that it actually got you to the right place. So when you fill out the chatbot, this is actually something I've been doing for months, and I'm very happy that there's other staff looking at it now. Every time someone interacts with that chatbot, we're still trying to train it to get to the correct responses. When you get your answer, it's going to ask you, did you like this response or not? And if you say no, that will be reviewed by a staff member to make sure you get to the right spot next time. But that's an information desk. We really hope it's something that the citizens recognize and really want to use. And of course, you don't have to call. You could also stop in person.
Thank you.
Good.
I don't have anything else.
Yep.
No other questions.
Up-and-coming events and programs, Parks and Rec.
All right, we have the Rec Connect is about to come out for the next set of classes. Coordinators are working to get those put together. We are very excited for the next session of classes and activities. As you know, we are running our leagues. Sadly, leagues got pushed back a little bit. I can kind of, did I put this on? I did not. I can explain just a little bit. The gymnasium is a project underneath one of our recent grants. And in installation, we realized that they needed a second coat of the top layer they were putting on. Because of that, they had to push off some work. So they're going to come back and finish it. That delayed this process. So if you notice, we did not open the gym on the 9th as we had hoped, rather than the 12th as we had hoped. So pushed it back a little bit, but that also really put us in limbo for the leagues. We want to start cornhole, and we wanted to start pickleball as soon as possible. As soon as the gym was open, we're advertising it. As these issues became prevalent during the reconstruction of the gym floor, we had to push some stuff off. And one of the things we had to push off was leagues. I really just didn't know when we were going to be able to reopen. I didn't know if we were going to do it now, if we were going to wait, or how that schedule was going to work. Once we got confirmation we were in the gym, we advertised as soon as possible, but those leagues start within a week. So we really hope to start those leagues. Everything is published now. Cornhole on Thursday evenings and pickleball on Saturday mornings. So if you're interested or know someone that is interested, please register. We really hope to kick off those leagues. I think cornhole will be all right. Last I checked, we almost have 8 teams. But pickleball, I don't think we have enough teams to run yet. So we're hoping, we are fielding a lot of calls about it. So that is good, a lot of questions. So the interest is there, but we're really looking forward to that. We are expanding our open gym as much as we can. If there is a snow day or a cold day or a half day or an early release, we're opening not only Spaceport, but also the gym now to make sure students have somewhere to go warm. Open gym, we currently have basketball, pickleball, cornhole, football, bowling, football. We don't have a volleyball net yet, but there's a lot of people practicing volleyball in the gym. And then we just ordered a badminton / volleyball / tennis net. I'm not sure how all those three work together, but it seemed interesting, so we purchased it. And we're hoping to maybe do some more of those. It's more meant that net is meant for like 2 people to play tennis, 2 people to play volleyball, not like an entire team. After the floor is done curing, we'll actually get a volleyball net with big stanchions that can, right now we can't put tables and chairs on the floor for a 30-day waiting period. So a lot more programs and exciting things coming to Radcliffe. We're shortly looking to the movie theater after being done and then kind of taken apart and then put back together. And then HVAC came through, which was a major improvement to that room. So we had to take things back out. Just as we were about to release some senior movie days, we had to postpone those, so we're hoping for those next month. Doing senior movies that are in the public domain before and after bingo and such, and then also recreating that room and other uses. We're looking at a license. That's everything for upcoming events. I'll just segue into the Breakfast with Santa. This was an exciting event. We hosted. We weren't entirely sure, actually, at the time of planning the event. The gym floor wasn't going to be worked on, and then the gym floor was being worked on during this event, so we had it in the hallways, which turned out really well. People really liked having the event throughout the building. King Pancake helped us with that. They did a phenomenal job. We had another caterer help us with sausage and pancakes. They did a very good job. We made a pancake bar of like different fruits and caramel and all kinds of stuff, and we had a hot chocolate bar for all the kids to do as well. Santa was there. We were able to print photos off with Santa. And for the first time in a few years, the event did profit a few $100s. So something that was very exciting to see. Even in planning that event, it was really scaled back. It was very a basic event because the numbers over the years, I don't think we ever had more than 60 kids. I think we had like 40, 50, 55, 60. And the only way to do everything we did was to have revenue of 200 kids plus. And King Pancake maxed it out at 200 people. You could pay for additional, but that was their number that we had purchased with the package we had. About a week before, we were seeing the numbers, like, it went from 80 to like 180, like, overnight. And we were like, awesome. So then we expanded we did all this. We did the hot chocolate bar, we did the photos, we did all this extra stuff, and we put it together in a week. And it really turned into being a really nice event. So we had actually over 200 people attend the Breakfast with Santa. So I want to take that out and highlight it for a minute because it was a really good event. And we hope to do more of those. Actually, Kiwanis here tonight, we reached out to them to do one for an Easter egg hunt, but breakfast with the Easter Bunny, but then also have an egg hunt and partner with Kiwanis on it. So a similar type event, maybe not so much candy, or actually, yes, candy, but maybe not the candy bars and stuff. But we're hoping to do that with Kiwanis here in a few months. And then lastly, the monthly senior lunches. This is something I don't know why, but when I attend those senior lunches now for a few years, there's so much camaraderie in the room. Like it's such a good thing. It's so simple for us to do these lunches, but I think the seniors really appreciate just being together, sharing time over a meal, having the little interactions with us, and having, maybe we get some gift cards donated and such. So we're really looking to do a lunch every month, but we're also looking for people that want to partner with us on these lunches. Maybe the Kiwanis Club, maybe Rotary, maybe a business in town that wants to come in and donate towards some of the lunch and offset the cost for the seniors. So kind of want to bring that in front of you guys today and just kind of tell you that's something we're working on. It goes monthly. The next one is in February. Sadly, we didn't have one for January. Excuse me. But the next one is in February. It'll be a pizza Valentine's Day lunch. And we hope to continue those throughout the year. So if you know anybody that's interested, or maybe even the commission that's interested and wants to help us put together one of these lunches, often such the volunteers, not having staff is what really brings the cost down. So it's just a senior coordinator and a bunch of volunteers that help us put on a lunch. It brings down the cost a lot for those seniors. So, and I believe that's everything I had, unless anyone has any questions about any three of those things.
Lunch, did you ever think of maybe going in with the ones who do the wellness checks? Like they did it at Westland, that did one at Radcliffe, where you go
Yep.
and you get your blood pressure and your sugar checked and everything like that. Then they have all the different booths there, and they'll give you handicapped stuff for your showers and for your
Yep.
porch and stuff. And they have all these vendors come in.
Yep, no, that's it. And actually, to kind of segue with that, yes, we're actually hoping to reach out to them. We hope they partner with us on some of these lunches and provide those services. And it's slipping my mind, but it's essentially like a senior vendor show is kind of what you're referencing. And we hope to host 2 of those in 2026. So we have a perfect gym for it, a huge parking lot to bring people in, and we already have many, many seniors attending our center. So we do hope to have, there's a name for that type of, it's not a craft and vendor show, but there's a vendor show, but there's a name for it, and we hope, yes,
Wellness or something.
Senior Wellness,
Expo, maybe?
yeah, Senior Wellness Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do hope to have 2 of those in 2026. Probably in March and then late summer.
Okay.
Thank you for the idea. Yes, we do. We hope, we're going to reach out to them, but we're kind of reaching out to a lot of people about the senior lunches, and hopefully they'll want to do it. We've already kind of had in our Christmas lunch, there was a senior living facility that kind of reached out to us, and that kind of triggered like, let's do this more often. They provided dessert for the lunch, so.
Put the first hook in. Did you put the other hook in for him? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I did. I don't know where that's at.
Follow up with them again. Hit them again. Hammer them.
I'd like to see you filling that place up and talking about rooms that are not used very often. I'd like
Yep.
to see that progressing, so thank you.
Yep.
I wonder if you can get some dental offices to maybe partner with you too.
Yep, that's what we hope. I hope so.
I think we're at the point where it's your comment, young lady. Okay, Bridget?
I'm good.
I just wanted to say, now that Jen is gone, she was the co-chair, so someone needs to start thinking about that, whoever wants to pick that up.
Have we thought about somebody to replace them?
Yeah, I do apologize. Even as you can tell, there was a box for her name. I was very sad to take her out. I thought she was lying to me when she told me she was going to step down. So very last minute, I did remove her name from the agenda, and I wasn't exactly sure how the procedure works for nominating, so I will make sure that is on the next agenda.
Whoever's not
Tuck-
here,
Tuck.
next meeting. gets
So this group,
Robert Smith is the co-chair.
this group, right, is the mayor's. So it's normally the mayor who picks who comes in, okay?
No, I'm sorry, I apologize. Yes, we are looking for applicants for the Parks Commission. There is a vacant seat. I wasn't sure how the election process went because she's the co-chair.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put that in the agenda tonight, but I wasn't sure if nominations were this month and then.
Robert, because he's not here tonight. All in favor? Aye. See, you know what? Everybody gets mad at me about my voting scheme, but you know what? It worked every time when
I
we
don't
did
think
it.
we can deny that vote. I think it's official.
Plan.
though.
I think it is too.
I tried.
He's
So
not,
I
he's
just-
not arguing with us not to be part of the co-chair, so.
Yeah, so in making the agenda, and as you can tell, there's a lot on it tonight. I just wasn't sure. I couldn't reach out to the clerk at the time. I was doing this over the weekend. But I'll get with him, make sure we're doing everything right, and we'll have it on the next agenda for your guys' selection for co-chair.
Okay.
Is there anyone interested?
Robert.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me he wanted it.
I heard Robert say,
Yeah,
We got enough people saying Robert wanted it?
pretty sure he mentioned
Would
it.
that be a Robert's rule?
There you go.
There you go.
We do hope, I'm going to reach out to the soccer club. We do hope to see someone from that organization on this board, as we have other boards represented here. If not hockey or figure skating, because they're very big parts of our program. And it's nice to have a seat at the table for those clubs. So, of course, it's open to anyone, and it is the mayor's choice. I don't believe I've heard there's anyone that has applied, so if you know of anybody that is interested, let them know.
do you
I
have
was-
any applications?
You can get them from the clerk's department, or you can fill it out online now.
Do you ever see Dawn from Family Heating and Cooling?
I don't know if she's around here anymore.
Is she around anymore? Because, because the one person who wanted to come back, she wanted to come back a couple times, but every time there was things. Because she had a lot of input because of where her kids were going and what they were doing. So she could feed back a lot to us at that time. And she did make the comment that if there was an opening, she'd like to come back. But if Dennis is right, she's not even around, then I guess, and it's up to Mark to pick whoever he wants. I was just trying to pick somebody that I know that this group, oh, I'm sorry, there's only two of us that knew her.
Yeah, John Fry.
Was anybody else here when she was here?
I was, just for a
Just
little
on the
bit.
tail end? You came in at the tail?
Well, if you know anybody that wants to fill out an application and they don't know how, just call the information desk.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good use of it, yes.
You bet.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to let them know how to handle that call, but yes.
That's one advantage you have to funneling everybody through there, huh? Is that you can, oh, well, you should stop by the rec center.
Yeah. And having the wealth of knowledge of Jake being there.
Dennis?
I have nothing.
Just, you're doing a great job. I think it's only been, what, 3 months or so now?
Yep.
It's a good transition, but I like the changes that have occurred, and I think we're on the right path. That's it.
Thank you.
Good job.
I need a
I
motion.
make a motion to adjourn?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Guys, I can't make these motions, but I can.